Well, good evening. A Sioux Falls man accused of raping a woman for almost 5 years returned to court this afternoon.
According to court documents, Kyle Huff began sexually assaulting the victim when she was just 17 years old. Today, he was at the Minnehaha County Courthouse for a competency hearing. KELOLAND's Jordan DeSmit was in the courtroom and brings us new developments on the case.
The investigation began in March when police were called to an apartment in central Sioux Falls.
She called police, and then the officers were there to try to figure out what happened, if any laws were broken, and then the victim disclosed that there had been sexual contact between her and the suspect at that point.
Court documents say Huff slept in the same bed as the victim and called her wifey, and that during at least one incident, his wife, Amanda Huff, stood by the bed and watched. Days after the couple was booked into jail, their next-door neighbor told us the victim was never allowed to leave the apartment.
The yelling throughout the night, slamming things around. The only time she ever was allowed to leave is if the fire alarms went off in the building, and she was never properly dressed.
In August, Kyle Huff sent this letter to the judge. He had to have a friend write it because Huff does not know how to read or write. Huff also asked for a new attorney, claiming his attorney was a, quote, bird brain. But that wasn't what led to today's hearing. Instead, the judge read a report from a mental health professional who had evaluated Huff and found that he is suffering from a mental illness and currently is not competent enough to aid in his defense. According to state law, that means Huff will be placed in a restoration to competency program for up to 4 months. Following treatment, the case may be able to move forward. In Sioux Falls, Jordan DeSmit, KELOLAND News.
Amanda Huff is charged with abuse or neglect of a disabled adult and misprision of a felony. Her next hearing is scheduled for October 1st.